or
Right.
out of other current active boxer, even though he's technically like not that active right now, Ryan Garcia. I could see Ryan Garcia dipping into the bare knuckle world
Right.
because
And I think
he
that'd
seems
be
to be a
a
wacky enough guy,
yeah, that'd be huge for them
and it
if
would
they could.
be.
And I think that's something that would put him even more than Connor could ever dream of doing in his role right now. He can't. He's not fighting. In his role as a promoter of bare knuckle to some extent. I think if you get Ryan Garcia in there, that would take
Yeah,
things, especially if he agreed to do multiple fights, not
and
just a
he's a
one-off.
star.
You know.
Now, I'm not the biggest boxing guy, so what does Ryan Garcia fight at? Like 140? I want to say
I think
140, right around there.
yeah, I think he fought Davis at 135 maybe, but yeah, he's a yeah, he's a guy who could fight in bare knuckle, and you're right, he's probably crazy enough to do it. Oscar
I think
probably
he's
wouldn't
crazy
let
enough to
him
do it. Yeah.
because he's a golden boy, but yeah, that's the kind of guy you could maybe get. And I think bare knuckle could do that. They could go to some guys, hey, you're doing good in boxing, but you're not getting many fights, and you know,
Now,
this
while I,
sport we can get you fights.
yeah, and while I think that Connor won't actually fight a Jeremy Stevens in BKFC, imagine if you had Connor versus Ryan Garcia in
Yeah,
BKFC.
yeah,
That would be mind blowing. And I think that would do numbers.
yeah, for sure. And that's why I said I feel like they should attack boxing more than MMA because they're saying, okay, boxing fans, you aren't getting the fights you want, or when you get them, the guys are too old. You
Hmm.
know,
Hmm.
we're the new boxing. We are. We can make the fights you want to see. We have up and coming guys. We're a more aggressive style. This more violent style boxing. We're the more extreme version of boxing. You know,
And they sure are.
yeah. And this
They
is what
sure
you
are,
really
man.
want. You don't know it yet, but this is what you really want. You know that. And boxing's a massive sport, so yeah, let's go after the bigger sport. MMA, it's where it's at. You know, to me,
Hmm.
and they're not going to get the biggest stars in MMA in their prime. Those guys are going to be out of their prime when they get them. You know,
Yeah. That's
maybe
okay
in
though.
boxing they could, like you said, Garcia. They could get Garcia in his prime.
Dude,
That'd
I
be
would watch
totally
that.
different. That wouldn't be Paulie Malignaggi. That wouldn't be, uh, you know, Austin Trout, who's
Hmm.
still good. Um,
Yeah.
these guys, Ryan Garcia, would be a guy who could still be fighting in boxing and winning fights.
Yeah.
You know,
And I would watch that. I would watch the shit out of that.